Hello, people. How are we doing this evening? Happy Sunday. It's good to be here. And I want to say a big thank you to Coach Temi Ashabi Achibewa for giving me this opportunity to be in this wonderful community. Want to discuss this evening? Okay, I am Oyinlola Yetunde Cook-Bakers. I'm a relationship coach and matchmaker. I want to share one of the beasts that is disturbing the marriages of today with us today, and it is tagged how to handle the cheating husband. How do you handle a cheating husband? When that term is being mentioned, what crosses your mind? We all grow, goose pimpers when we discover that our husband cheats on us. And the first question I really want us to ask ourselves, if you find yourself in that situation, in that tragedy of your husband not being faithful to you, ask yourself the simple question, why is he cheating on me? Why is he unfaithful to me? Am I the cause? What possibly would have been the root cause of him not being faithful to me? A lot of us as women, we find it difficult to come in terms with the fact that we might be at fault why our husbands, our partner is unfaithful to us. For example, if you are the nagging wife and your husband sees somebody that is giving more attention to him outside, it's natural for him to have an emotional feelings towards that person. So it might, because cheating does not start in a day. It's a gradual thing. It takes time. A lot of us, and when the times that our husband is unfaithful to us, it's not all about sex. A lot of men are having extramarital affair, having that side chick, because they need attention, because they want somebody that gives them that care, that attention that they needed. So they tend to be unfaithful to the wife. And some of our men have this low self-esteem. When a man has low self-esteem, he wants to boost his ego, by competing with the wife, that I can do it, I am better off you. They want to prove to the wife that they can do it, that people outside, more people admire them outside. Another thing that can make your, you need to identify all those things. That is it my fault? Am I at fault why my partner is cheating on me? Is it lack of respect? If you are a woman that you don't give your husband respect, there is a possibility that he will be unfaithful to you. Because if he goes outside and sees somebody that gives him all the respect he requires, he would definitely be unfaithful to you. Is it lack of love? Some of us, when we are in courtship, our partner, we are infatuated, the true love is not there. And by the time your husband finds out that he married you, based on infatuation, there's a possibility that he will cheat on you. So we need to, be truthful to ourselves. As in, are we at fault? What makes, because the whole unfaithfulness did not start, immediately you get married. It started, it's a gradual thing. And a lot of us, we don't read in between the lines when this thing starts. I have a couple that I am taking now. The husband, after talking to the husband, he said he's into this, is unfaithful to the wife simply because he wants to secure his future, that he wants to secure his old age. And when I was with the wife, I asked her, what exactly are you doing to your husband that makes him to think that having another person outside makes him secure his old age? And she said she doesn't know. But after more counseling, after much interaction, I realized that she is so disrespectful to the husband. She doesn't take care of the house. Preparing the husband's meal, it's problem for her. So the husband says that they need that. Okay, well, if my wife is not taking good care of me, when I still have the energy, then what will happen to my old age? It's better for me to, have somebody, the side chick, that will take care of me, that will get married later if anything, doesn't work out. And I'm still working on the family, and God is taking charge of the family. So you need to, be truthful to yourself. Are you at fault? Are you the reason why your husband is unfaithful to you? What could have been the cause? We have some perfect housewives or some perfect wives, but the husbands, they are still cheating on them. They are still unfaithful to them. There are some men, there is nothing you want to do. There is no amount of care. There is no amount of love you want to show them. It's just in their blood. Some is hereditary. You can't help it. But it is for you to make your sanity right on how to deal if your partner is cheating on you, if your partner is unfaithful to you. And some of the women, we are unfaithful. Our husband is unfaithful to us simply because of our attitude. We tend to, put everything more on our work, my work, I am tired, and all the stuff. And such a man needs attention. If you are not giving your husband that attention, there is no possibility that such a man will look for somebody that will give him, the attention he craves for at home. So that is the reason why some of these are men, they are unfaithful to us. Can I say my coach is on the line? How are you, ma? Auntie Funke, it's good to have you online with me. So the first reason for you and how you're going to handle if your partner is unfaithful to you is for you to ask yourself, why is he doing this? What could have been the cause? What are the root cause of his unfaithfulness to me? So we need to be, we need to be truthful to ourselves before we can, we kind of, develop or draw a line or draw some, the models of dealing with such a man. Another thing you will need, after asking yourself why, and you find it that you have done everything a woman should do, the next thing is for you to get help. It is devastating that, the thought that you are sharing your husband with another woman. You are sharing your sweetheart, your love with somebody else. It gives one's mental torture at times. So the next thing you need to do for you to handle the situation properly is for you to get help. And when I say get help from the quarter that they will advise you rightly. A lot of us, when we find out that our partner is cheating on us or our partner is unfaithful to us, we tend to take wrong counsel. A lot of homes, a lot of men, a lot of relationships can, survive today, but because of wrong counsel, that marriage has hit the rock. So I want to tell you today, another way you can handle it if your partner is unfaithful to you is for you to get the right counsel. Seek help. Okay, like I said, I have a couple that initially one of the advice, your husband is dating somebody and he has the guts to tell you that he has a girlfriend outside. Why can't you just leave him and move on with your life? After all, you have a good job. Yes, she has a good job. Even better, she earns more money than her husband. She will live her life, but I asked her to put the family, as in the children, into consideration. The Yoruba will say, "Ori bibe kologun ori fifo," that if you try to leave that environment, that your home, I can assure you that that thing that you're afraid for it to happen will surely come to pass, because the other woman outside will be glad to come home. So seek help if you find yourself in this situation. And when you're seeking help, seek help the right quarters. Don't seek help, from we have some friends. They are like, they are not happy that you're happy or you are enjoying your relationship. So seek help when your husband is unfaithful to you. Don't take an irrational decision, because a lot of us, we can't handle the truth. We kind of get, go gaga in the head that the next thing we want to kind of press the exit button. I want to tell you, sisters, that pressing the exit button when you find out your husband is unfaithful to you is not the right thing. Then take the right decision. Take the right action. By you accusing or picking up quarrels with your husband because you find out will not solve that situation. If you are at fault, work on those things that push your husband outside. By you trying to find out or calling the other woman, some of us, we are fond of, by the moment we find out that our husband is unfaithful for us, our husband is having a side chick outside, we tend to scroll through the phone, pick the number and call. I have seen cases where the wife called the husband's girlfriend, and that husband's girlfriend is the one in their home today. So calling the other woman or calling that girl or that lady is not an ideal way for you to handle the situation. If your husband is the listening type, try to sit him down and talk about it. Though if there are some men, their ego will not allow them to come to the fact that I am cheating on my wife, and what is there for us to discuss. So try to take right action. Try to see, weigh your decision. Because talking about men being unfaithful to their wives comes in different categories. Some are just trapped in that relationship. Maybe they're having this attitude with the colleague in the office that is giving them the kind of attention the wife is not giving them at home, so they are trapped. Some is not intentional, some just find themselves in that situation. So being unfaithful is not something that it's something that that is a seed that is being planted, and it germinates gradually. It takes time. It's not just something that happens and just like that. So think about weigh your decision. If it's something that is affecting or that can affect your life, my dear sister, weigh your decision. And every unfaithful man can turn to an angel later. With the fact that your husband is unfaithful to you today does not make him a bad man, does not make that your husband somebody that cannot change, especially when the reasons he gave for cheating, for being unfaithful to you is genuine. So like I said, we need to ask ourselves, are we the reason why our husband is unfaithful to us? So that is one of the reasons why how you can handle if your husband is unfaithful to you. Ask yourself your decision. Think about it. This situation, is it going to weigh me down, or I'm going to survive it? Is this something worth fighting for? Because there are some men, we don't need to deceive ourselves, they don't worth fighting for. You just need to move on with your life. You just need to break the situation and see how it won't affect your children, it won't affect your home negatively. Communication is key. Try to call your partner and discuss with your partner the situation of things with your partner. And if your partner is not the type that is ready to listen to you, try to work things out. I am not a party you reporting such husband to the parents, because it depends on the in-laws. We have some perfect in-laws that they don't want a broken home for their son, but there are some in-laws that they are terrible. They are even the one indulging the son in having extramarital affair. Another point you need to take into consideration for you to handle at what point will you know if it's worth fighting for? My coach, it's worth fighting for when that partner is being genuine about its reasons of going into it. Like I said, some find themselves in unfaithfulness because of lack of attention at home. In such situation, you can salvage the situation. Give such a man what he requires. Give him the kind of love he requires. Some women are so, so nasty that, giving their partner attention is a big problem, because they have this ego that I am not going to be a submissive person, especially when they are the breadwinner of the family. And it does not matter, because your family is a nation, and every nation have a finance minister. It does not matter who earns what. As a couple, you need to work together, at one. So, and if it's something that, is affecting your home, it involves life, it does not worth fighting for. Because we have some, okay, for example, I have a colleague at work. The person the husband is dating, one, the woman is an elderly woman. The lady is young. The lady, she's in her mid-40s, and her husband is dating somebody over 50. And the woman used to call the lady that, if I am dating your husband for us to, she have to, he's still coming home to sleep. And if you are not careful, I'm going to take him all, him all to myself. In such situation, it involves life threatened. Presently, as I'm talking to you, the man has moved into the woman's house. And each time that my colleague, she tried to kind of cry and everything, I said, I do tell her, it doesn't worth fighting for at this moment. Just face your work and face your work and face your children. Because if a man can move out of his matrimonial home and move in with his lover, why killing yourself over nothing? The best thing for you is for you to move on with your life and knows how to handle the situation. Because you need to face your children at that point in time. Because if she's not careful, if a woman can take one's husband all to herself, she can go an extra mile. So at that point, my dear coach, it doesn't worth fighting for, because she needs to kind of think of herself first, how she's going to face her life, how she's going to feel good. Because when the thought of my husband is cheating on me has this emotional and mental torture, and if she's not careful, she starts developing so many ailments that is not within her. So as a woman, we have everything still boils down to hers. And some of us, when we find out that our partner is unfaithful to us, we tend to pick up a quarrel. Picking up a quarrel will not solve the situation. Let me give you my personal experience. Once upon a time, my husband has a colleague that somehow one thing led to the other. They started dating. I later find out, and I pick up fight. Do you know what the lady did? She called me and told me that after all, I find out that I should do my worst. And my home was boiling until I come down to the level that, okay, fine, this thing happened, and he was sorry about it. He was sorry about it. He was being, genuinely sorry, as in sorry about it. And the first I asked him to do is that, okay, fine, cut off every communication with this lady, which he did. And I thank God today, because at that point, my marriage is almost at wreck, because we are all doing our things separately. It has turned to Koko Jabele, Kaluku, Lon Shetie, and this thing is affecting our children. I have to come to the father, okay, fine, I am arguing with him, stop. Then we are fond of, sneaking into the phone and, getting contact. It doesn't want it. You are giving yourself more emotional stress, more emotional, torture. Let it be. Let it go. Work on yourself. If you are at fault, work on yourself. Work on those things that could be, you might be the reason why your husband is unfaithful to you. Like I said earlier on when I started that, if you are the wife that denies your husband sex is key, because research told us that men think of sex 300 times daily. Out of it, they think of sex 90%. The other 10% is what they do to, for every other thing. So if you are the type that denies your husband sex, it is natural for them to have an extramarital affair. It is natural for them to be unfaithful to you. If you are the dirty type, if you are the unkept type, it is natural for them to be unfaithful to you. So my sisters, let us look inwards. All extramarital affairs are not just because the man wants it. At times we ladies, we are at fault. I want to say thank you to Uzo Amaka, you're on the line with me. Mary, I honored you. My Kochi, thank you for the opportunity given to me to share this view with this great community. Is there anybody that has any question before we round up this segment? Do you have any question on how to handle if your husband is unfaithful to you, if your partner is unfaithful to you? Any question? I'm waiting. How to deal with the cheating husbands? Start and ends with you. Because if you're not happy, you not be in the right frame of mind to handle the situation. Said, can you please give a recap of how to handle a cheating husband? Yes. The first thing first is ask yourself why. Why is he unfaithful to me? Ask yourself, why is he unfaithful to you? You might be the cause. Is it that you are denying your husband sex? Are you the nagging wife? Are you the type that doesn't give your husband the necessary attention that he requires? Are you the type that you overwork yourself, that the little time you meant to spend with your husband, you buried yourself with your work? Your husband being unfaithful to you, are you the type that is you are addicted to a particular thing that your husband did not enjoy you doing, and is causing lack of attention, and it makes him to look elsewhere for him to get that attention? The number two is get help from the right quarters. Another thing is work on the recovery part and the healing process. Do not take irrational decision of you leaving your home if you find out that your husband is unfaithful to you, because pressing the exit button will not solve the situation. Pressing the exit button will not stop that husband from being unfaithful to you. You need to take the right decision, whether to stay if it does not involve life. If it involves life, you need to know, or you need to check how to handle the situation. Another thing is for you to move on. Moving on is how to, you have to have a pattern on how to deal with the situation. So if you keep with these 5 points, you will be able, because your change of attitude will call your husband's home. If you are the nagging type and you stop nagging, naturally your husband will come home. If you are the unkept type and you try to turn yourself to an angel, the nitty type, it's natural for your husband to come back home. If you are the type that denies your husband sex, because like I always tell people that relationship, having a extramarital affair is not all about it's not about having sex outside. Some men just need your attention. Some need you, they are babies and need to take care of. Ask yourself why. Yes, the first thing is for you to ask yourself why your husband's cheating on you. The second thing is get help from the right quarters. The number 3 is work on the healing process. Yes, the healing process, how to move on, what you're going to do, for you to have a better and much happier relationship. a lot of us, another thing that I quickly want to add to it is, the moment you find out your husband is unfaithful to you, be calm about it. Be focused. Because if you are not calm, you will take an irrational decision. If you are not focused, you'll be misled by wrong counsel. That's why I said, seek right counsel. You need to, be in the right frame of mind, because the healing process starts with you and ends with you, because you are the one at the receiving end. So you need to, be more calm. You don't need to be aggressive about it. If your partner is the listening type, call his attention to it, that you find out what could be the cause. You guys should talk about it and finalize it. If it's not the listening type, try to work things out. At least you should have one person that you can relate with, that you can discuss such, and watch the kind of people you discuss your marital situation or crisis with. It is natural for every marriages to have one or two things. Even the loving couple, they have what they are dealing with. That is one of the reasons why you need to invest in your relationship. You need to invest in your marriage. You need to you need to be more deliberate. You need to be more intentional in how to make your marriage work. People used to talk that the wisest wife builded a house and the foolish one pull it down. Yes, so we need to be the wise wife that builded our home. Is it ever proper to reach out to the woman outside? No. Reaching out to the woman outside can even make the matter worse. Like I said, I am handling a couple that the wife decided to reach out to the other woman outside, and today the man has moved in with the woman. So it is not always proper, because by the time you put up a fight with the other woman, you're just adding to the problem. What of, said, what of if he does not have someone he can be reported to? That is the more reason why you need to. It will have reasons of being unfaithful to you. If he doesn't have somebody that you need to report it to, I do tell people that there is no man that is mad. They will have that that level of sanity when they are. It's only because we are being aggressive in some situation. That is why they too want to put up the manly ego for them not to be submissive. They knew what they are doing is bad, but it's the way we handle the situation that makes them to put on the manly ego that you can go to hell. I know of a man that when he wants to sleep with a girlfriend, he will snap the private part and send it to the wife that you can go to blazes, simply because the wife called the lady that stopped sleeping with my husband. I was shocked when she showed me the pictures. It's I can't imagine a lady opening her private part for a man that when he wants to penetrate, snapped it and send it to the wife at home, simply because the wife called the lady that stopped sleeping. So some ladies can go an extra mile. So it doesn't worth it. Yoruba will say ariwoja, akin wariwoja. Anytime banoja omunika wo. My question is, okay, how else can one reach for someone? Okay, how else can one reach you for someone on one-on-one section? You can reach me. I have a community on Facebook. Speaker Relationship Academy is an online and offline academy where I take people on one-on-one, and you can reach me on 08023179228, or you send me a personal message on my Facebook. Oyinola Yetunde Cook Bakers. Oyinola Yetunde Cook Bakers. Send me a personal message if you want to reach me one-on-one, or you want to have more of me when it comes to relationship matters. What question again? What if, I think I've answered that. My dear Oluchi, it is terrible. Some homes are going through hell when it comes to unfaithfulness, and it is not only our husbands that are unfaithful. We ladies too, we are in that act too. So we need to, restrain ourselves for the sake of our children's future. Is there a program we can get help from? Yes, I'm having speaker relationship. We always have this monthly program. The July edition is coming up on the 15th and 16th of this month. The early birds will pay 7,500. If you are paying between now and on the 8th of this month, you're paying 7,500 as couple, and if you are paying for yourself, you're paying 7,000. You're paying 5,000 naira now. If you're paying between now and on the 8th of this month, but if you're paying after 8th of this month, you're paying 7,500 as individual, and you're paying 10,000 naira as couple. I advise that we don't go through any marital clinic alone. We should try and endeavor to go with our partner, because when we are under the same teaching, we tend to be more focused. We tend to share the same ideas. We tend to share the same value, so there won't be crisis in what we believed in. My number again is 08023179228. I'm going to drop the flyer of the event I'm having this month in the comment box after this broadcast. The program is coming up by WhatsApp. The venue is WhatsApp. It's going to be a 2 days program, and it's going to be intensively, where we'll be discussing how to handle sexual demands, because we realize that sex has been a major crisis in marriage. So we are going to discuss sexual demands in marriage and preferences. A lot of we ladies, we don't talk how we want it. When it comes to sex, we pretend. When it comes to sex, we don't relate with our partner the way we want it or how we want it done. We are going to discuss how to move on from our past relationship, to have a beautiful marital bliss. I am laughing because of what Coach Temi Ashabi Ajibewa just has said. Can we get more discounts as a group member, because we had our anniversary yesterday? Yes, if you're paying between now and that 8, I'm having a discount. I'm giving you a discount of 1,000 naira. So if you are coming in as a couple, you pay 6,500 between now and 8th of this month, and if you are paying for yourself, you pay 4,000 naira. But if you're paying after on the 8th, the price goes back to, as a member of this group, 9,000 and 6,500. I hope the discounts, I've tried now, like my coach will say that she has tried. Yes, I'm giving you a discount of 1,000 naira. If you're that, when you for me to know you're from this group, just send me a personal message on my number that you're from the millionaire housewives that want to have a blissful marital life. My number again, 08023179228. This program is going to be intensively, it's going to be very, very intensive, and there is nobody, you have to kind of express yourself, because I realize that we don't talk about our relationship. Some of us, we don't have the right information. Some of us, tend to seek the wrong counsel. And I want to tell us today that if you're having issues with your marriage, please seek counsel. We have counselors everywhere there. please be clear on the discount again. If you're a member of this great community and you're paying between now and on the 8th, you're paying 6,500 as couple if you are registering as couple, and if you are paying for yourself as an individual, you're paying 4,000 naira. I am giving the 1,000 naira discount flat, and if you're paying after on the 8th, you are paying 9,000 naira as couple, and you're paying 6,500 naira as an individual, because somebody that is not from this platform will pay 10,000 and 7,500. Once again, it's good to have you here. I want to say a big thank you to Temi Ashabi Ajibewa, my coachee. I thank you for the good work and for the opportunity you have given me to share this topic on this great platform. And I thank you everyone that make it a date with me to discuss this topic. I hope we are going to think inwardly and work on ourselves if we have the reason why our partner is being unfaithful to us. I run a Facebook community called Speak Out Relationship Academy. It's an offline and online academy where I mentor and I tutor the married ones and the unmarried ones. I matchmake people. I have a platform for that, Heart to Heart Matchmaking Academy, where I helped the mature singles to find love and to stay in love. I want to say thank you once again for having me here. It is a pleasure to have you on the line. Bye till I come your way again. I love you too, Kochi. I love you. I love you with everything. Bye. Bye.